Muk set him on fire during not his turn. He's not even a pyromancer. Is it like a piece of gear he's got? Think it's his gaze? Cassie is the one that's shooting lasers out of her eyes, but held in my gaze just says it has a chance to immobilize. It doesn't say anything about burning.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? That is foolishness.
This is gonna do so little damage.
See how the wolf succeeds! So it shall be.
3. Imagine doing this fight without Cassia. Awful stuff. Alright, Word of the Emperor, Shield of the Emperor. Give Cass another turn.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
I know this guy's closer. I need to work on getting that big guy down, though. Hit one of your friends.
I'm not accustomed
Oh,
to
didn't
being
work.
ordered around.
Cosplay. None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
Are you sure? Because you missed all those shots.
What if...
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh my god, maybe one more.
If I may.
Did that land? Enfeeble. Yeah, it did. Okay.
A wicked thought.
Putting as many buffs as I can on Cass, so if we all die, she still has those. Maybe she could finish it.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
The Omnicide probability analysis successful.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You hit your own dude for 147. Ah! There's more. You have the staff that allows you to do 2 attacks. I don't think so.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Oh my god! Easy! Ooh, juicy! Oh my god! Yes. That was much better.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
No, the Chaos Marines are tough too, but Cass can kill them with a few shots each. And those cultists are no friends of mine, but they don't like the Chaos Marines either.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? As duty demands.
Goes to the true gods.
If I may.
Our foes reek of cowardice.
Kick him.
So it... Feel the icy bite of death!
Mukluk hi.
Hi, Boxen. Thank you. Welcome back. Finest hour on Cass.
Behold my artistry!
Me? If I die with grace, at least.
Alright, 2 Marines down. Kind of a waste of a finest hour. Can't reach anything else. Alright, pass the turn to
I am a
Heinrich.
navigator, not a servitor.
Hey, we heal.
Schemes within schemes.
She can't really do anything with it. I'm just passing extra turns
I'm
around
not
so that she
accustomed to being ordered around.
keeps stacking stats.
Let's see.
At your beck and call.
High momentum.
If I may, as duty demands. Me, another foe painted black.
Chaos spawn. Can't reach her with that.
See how? So shall it be. My hand is thunder. My strike is ruin. I challenge you, Damget. None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
How many buffs does he have so far? Versatility is up to 15. Okay.
Feel the icy bite of death! Corpse play!
As duty
588.
Will not falter.
I
Y'all
am
get
a
angry.
navigator,
Oh, it didn't work.
not a servitor.
Oh gosh, Ulfar is vibing.
A genius at work.
Indeed.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
Can't use the lasers there that well.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Try to die with grace, at least. Isn't this a job for the as duty demands?
The fame-hungry come.
Oh my gosh. Can you kill one guy, Mr. Space Marine?
So shall it be.
Thank you. God, Cassie's making you look really bad.
Step by step, I lead.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Lol. 408. Bro, this character. What were they thinking when they made this? It's so fun, but it's so ridiculous.
Let's see.
It will be done.
What if all her stats just go up? How far up? Yes.
Try to die with grace, at least.
Is there more? Who's left? No, there's 3 dudes right there.
I'm not
Stop vibing.
another foe painted black.
I hunger for battle. I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument! Don't dishonor the wolf with such tasks. Not a hand is thunder. Die in disgrace.
Incredible.
From 6 characters, only one is for
Your
doing
heart,
damage. It's Cassia, Medusa
esteemed
Incarnate.
Magos, shines with a kaleidoscope of colors, albeit one made of metal.
The Helper doesn't have loot? Are you kidding me?
Only laypersons believe feelings to be the preserve of flawed flesh. We know the higher passions granted by the Omnissiah, the aversion to tech corruption, the blessing of compliance with the canon of maintenance, and the satisfaction of effective devotional service.
That was a very long, random dialogue. The bodies are dressed in rags and armed with faulty weapons. You notice many handmade aquilas and other symbols of faith. The bodies of the defenders seem to have exploded from within. Cute.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
I now understand what the stream title's talking about. Dude, the end of Act 3, there was a fight where the boss, like, its minions cleaved and killed 3 of my squishies, and they killed the tank in 2 hits. And Cassia lived. And she got completely surrounded, and she was dodging like 9 attacks per turn and killed everyone. It's funny and it's fun, but it's silly.
The machine god grants me insight.
The former warehouse of the planet's defenders, the crates marked provisions are empty, and the weapons are simple and of poor quality.
There will be no peace in my wake.
The pulpit is almost intact. It was no doubt fiercely defended. Nearby lies the body of the preacher. It was here that he recited his last prayer.
One step at a time amidst the madness.
And I thought the Space Marines were the Chads of the 40k universe. The oh, okay, cargo.
They will see. Oh yes, they all
Alright, I guess that's
will
everything?
see.
Oh, there's some kind of container back here we missed.
Patience. My nerves are
Cool.
frayed.
That was on my to-do list. Crossing that off. Alright. Let's see. Back to... No, stop that. Stop that, stop that, stop that. Alright, back to the big map. Alright. Don't know where the nameless star is. Nameless star. Hunting grounds. Cassia wants to recreate Siphney or Celio's rituals from her visions. Smaragdus Mundos. Is that the name of a system? Just point me to something. Ah, right there. Crap. I need 3... Oh, wait, no, it's connected here. Okay, so we can go there and then travel there. All right. And so we're going back down the red path, so we're going to get jumped again. I got it. If you let the crew handle it, you have a lot of losses and you lose a bunch of cargo. If I do it, I get XP. Just takes time. Peanut butter jelly time. Alright, the purple patches hurt you. Primal Bloodletter.
To the ordinary.
They fear to look at me because of my appearance. I fear to look at them because of their rotten-colored souls.
Whoa, Cass, come here. Cass, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. Alright, you know what? Everyone just come down here. There we go.
Glorious storm this battle will be!
Now, the last time I had one of these battles like this, they had more units over here. Yep! There's a 1 Chaos Marine and 4 demons.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator.
What
Cast a
if?
turn.
Me? If
Start
I
blasting.
die in grace, at least. I'm not
Throw a buff.
accustomed to being ordered around.
Marine shoots Pascal.
If I may, I
Blast the
am a
Marine.
navigator, not a servitor.
Almost. Give an extra turn to
Isn't
Muck.
this a job for the serfs?
Puts a regen on Pascal.
I'm not
put a buff on him.
accustomed to being ordered around.
The wolf is on the hunt.
Sword, kick, boot it.
Feel the icy bite of death!
Warhammer 40k Road Trader is the first book that ever released for Warhammer 40k in 1987, if I'm not mistaken, so I doubt they'll make it into a light novel. Oh. It's already done. Why can I not use Shield of the Emperor? It's very odd.
If I may, as duty
Bye.
demands.
No. I was born for a greater fate.
My place is at the fort.
Let's see.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Alright, so there's 2 more demons. Dude, she has so much movement.
Emperor, give me strength. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Oh, I forgot about this guy. Oh no, can the 5 of you handle that? I don't know.
Give this task to someone less. See how the wolf succeeds. Is that all you've got?
At your beck and call.
A wicked thought.
So I will come.
Alright, they got that one.
Out of your bow.
Ooh, close. I'm just like passing so many turns. Just because I know who can finish this the fastest.
It's black. You don't frighten me. No, these ruby flashes are choking me.
Alright, back to the map.
Strike me again and see what happens.
I wonder if when they were designing this, they just accidentally made her too OP, or if in the lore navigators are that busted. Because I didn't know anything about navigators before this game. Like, I know, like, you know, Space Marines and Orcs and Psychers and many of the other things. But navigators I didn't know about before this. Hello. Entry A2014866.10 chronometer turns since the incident. Enforcer. Witness Hide on 00110101 your claim that you left the Sanctum Navis on the Lady Navigator's orders. Affirmative. This unit acted in accordance with Maintenance Protocol TRN 08353. Step 1. Sense the sacred mechanisms for the duration of 15 chronometer turns. Step 2. Enforcer. You failed to inform the bridge about the imminent jump. I want to know why. Data unavailable. The Lady Navigator ordered that she be connected to the Void Ship, but she did not order the preparation of the machine spirits for warp translation. Cause. A ritual that cannot be identified by this unit's capabilities. This unit received the command to interrupt Protocol TRN 08353 to exit the Sanctum Navis. 30 chronometer turns since the incident. Servant, no please, not the fingers. Enforcer, I'm gonna break one for every word of a lie I hear coming from your mouth. Now talk. Please, you have to believe me. All we did was prepare the canvas and mix the Lady Navigator's blood into the paints. Then we were told to lock open the shutters so that the Lord Captain could see everything that was going on inside the Sanctum Navis from the observation chambers. And, Grok's shit, Armaglass can't shield you from warp horrors. I swear it on my soul from the Golden Throne, Master Enforcer. The Lady Navigator only wanted to paint a picture for a ritual or some such. That's all I know. She wasn't going to use the power in her eye, but I still got as far away from there as I could. That's all I saw, I'm telling you. 50 chronometer turns since the incident. We performed an emergency warp jump, barely activated the Geller field in time, and are now being dragged to Throne knows where by an unknown force. The Lady Navigator and the Lord Captain are still unaccounted for. Now tell me one more time, what transpired in the Sanctum Navis? Enforcer, I escorted the Lord Captain to the observation chambers and yelled at the servant for leaving the shutters open, but then I was told it was on the rogue trader's orders. Okay, so we got a picture here of Cassia with, like, her bloody paint, and she's made something very spooky here. And we got a flying servo skull holding her paintbrushes. We could see the Lady Navigator clearly through the armaglass. She was lost in thought, staring at the canvas in front of her. She looked like she was completely unaware of the world around her. Soon the servants were ordered to leave the Sanctum Navis, and the Lady Navigator picked up the brush. Entranced, she started dragging it across the canvas, painting one image after another, and another one over the last, and another, and then the Lord Captain noticed it. There was a thing on the other side. The picture, covered in a layer of fresh blood, was coming to life, but the Lady Navigator was oblivious. That is when the Lord Captain called out to Lady Cassia. Startled by the Lord Captain's cry, the Lady Navigator answered. That's when I realized it. The armaglass between us and the Sanctum Navis was gone. And the thing in the painting, they broke free. What happened next? I barely remember a thing. There was a bright flash, a purple blur. I remember feeling so scared that my knees were shaking. I remember my legs carrying me away like they had a mind of their own. And as I ran, I heard screams behind me. The Lord Captain and Lady Cassia, oh God, Emperor, the creatures, they pulled them both inside the painting. Sir? Mistress Voxmaster, I have a report that needs to be delivered to the senior officers. The Lord Captain and the Lady Navigator were lost during the emergency warp jump. Their whereabouts are still unknown. I'm sending you the interrogation reports. End of recording. Dude, how many times are we gonna get kidnapped? Sector, no data. Region, no data. Location, no data. Material, relation of the Lord Captain's personal account. Recorded by no data. Note, strictly classified. Access protocol holder, Muck von Luck von Valancius. Sisyphone or Celio's ritual did not go as planned. The warp disturbance triggered by the Lady Navigator's trance washed over the Sanctum Navis. The Void Ship's machine spirits reacted to the surge of the Immaterium and interpreted it as a call to action. Thus did the emergency jump into the unknown begin. Amid the shrieks of sirens, the clanging of shutters, and the distant hum of warp engines, some unknown were pulled the Lord Captain into the Sanctum Navis, toward the creatures from the living canvas that had already gripped the Lady Navigator's throat. Horrified, almost out of breath, and struggling to scream, Cassia stretched out her hand and slowly began sinking into her own painting. The Lord Captain... Weapon skill check 10. Snatched a dagger from the floor and started hacking at the hands reaching from inside the painting. Success. The ritual dagger of House Celio cleaved the billowing rich shadows, and yet the painted hand reformed itself the moment after the blade passed through it. Cassia went limp in the clutches of her horrific creation, and was immediately pulled to the other side of the painting. A moment later, Muck von Luck, still clutching the dagger, was likewise plunged into the depths of the world the Lady Navigator had created. Muck von Luck awoke, finding himself in the middle of a gigantic, boundless, billowing nothingness. His body felt weightless, floating in a void strewn with hundreds of the Lady Navigator's colors, some of them bright, warm, and alluring, and others morose, cold, and heavy. The Lord Captain reached for the bright colors. Muck von Luck plunged into a river of bright hues, and flashes of rosy sunset and lilac carried him down the dazzling stream. Before long, the Lord Captain was standing in an idyllic garden permeated with the fragrance of flowers and the singing of birds. Servants in purple livery darted back and forth, attending to a withered old woman in a navigator's mask. Sitting on her lap and smiling coyly to everyone was a little girl with ruby eyes and white hair. Be a good little girl, my child, until the day we meet again. With trembling hands, the woman handed the girl to a navigator in laboratory attire. I am out of time. Prepare the child for the Atlas transfer, and destroy all records and mentions of the world of Ear TV. None must learn of that which took place here. And remember, her body must grow strong for it to accept my power, and once I have returned, loyalty will be rewarded. The memory dissipated, and a gust of silvery wind hurled the Lord Captain back into the ocean of nothingness. But this time, the nothingness felt dismal. Instead of bright hues, all it contained were shadows of invisible monsters swimming by, shrouded by a nebulous veil of unfathomableness. The Lord Captain swam toward the dark colors. Grayish blue waves swallowed the Lord Captain, and the feeling of lightness disappeared as his limbs grew heavy again. Muck Von Luck fell on the hard floor of the laboratory, cluttered with vats as tall as a human. Inside them were dozens, hundreds, even of repulsive mutants. Some had no arms or no legs, or 2 heads, or no face, or their innards were inside out, but each had white skin, white hair, long clawed limbs, and ruby eyes. My lady, the child is born. Sounds like they were trying for a while to make her. The old woman slowly approached one of the vats. Readings, stable. Mutations, none were detected at any of the stages. Genes, identical, my lady. Chance of survival, 100 times higher than any previous experiments. How long will it take to grow this child? I fear accelerating the process might cause the body to fail. The only one after years of silence. I understand the situation. Natural growth. I do not have that much time. We will have to go with a backup plan. Yes, Novator. It will be done. The memory dissipated, and a gust of silvery wind hurled the Lord Captain back into the ocean of nothingness. But this time, the nothingness felt dismal instead of bright hue. Okay. Closed his eyes and remained adrift in the weightlessness. Muck Von Luck stayed in the ocean of nothingness, devoid of any sensation or emotion, until a slight smile upon someone's lips surfaced in his mind. The warmth of her skin, the silk of her snow-white hair. Cassia. She was there somewhere amid that seething nothingness, all alone. Someone's scream broke the delicate equilibrium of the Lord Captain's motionless body, and the weightlessness released him. He plummeted into the maroon abyss of roiling illusions, but was now in full control of his body again. Then, Muck Von Luck descended into the abyss toward the screams. I don't have much choice. Whoa, look at that picture. All right, so there's Cassia, and I think that's the previous navigator that, Cassia inherited her power, and she's like undead and looking down at her. The Lord Captain crashed from an immeasurable height to the bottom of a roiling abyss. In the next moment, Muck Von Luck saw 2 figures amid the billowing maroon mist. One of the figures, unnaturally gaunt and tall, was clutching the other smaller one in its claws, screaming furiously. The Lord Captain... I can use Cassius. Dude, Cassius awareness is 145, and it's only a 55% chance. Peered into the strange maroon mist. Failed. The crimson swirls confused the rogue trader's thoughts and emotions. He could hear whispers and moans coming from the depths. If he were to take one step, he would be forever lost in that violent mist and join the wretched chorus. But there was also a voice, so desperately pleading for mercy. Yet whose voice it was, Muck Von Luck could not tell. The Lord Captain... I'm reminded of Orochimaru from friggin' Naruto. Like, anytime he got, too old, he would just body hop to another body and take it over. I'm thinking that this previous navigator is trying to take control of Cassia's body. Because she told that guy earlier, she said, when I return, blah, 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 blah. Which makes me think she's coming back, or trying to. Drew closer to look at the figures. One step was all it took for some unknown force to notice the Lord Captain, seize him, and drag him through the painting's twisted space. Now the Lord Captain could clearly see the dark shade of the long-dead navigator leaning over Cassia. Clutching her neck in its clawed fingers, the shade screamed, "You were given life because of me. You survived because of me. And here you are now because I willed it so. Bow before me, tell me what I wish to hear, and your suffering will end. Go on, child. I have waited for so long. Submit to me." Cassia looked exhausted, her body covered in hundreds of thin cuts, her lips lacerated, claw marks on her cheeks. Yet there was steadfast resolve in her eyes. "I know who you are, Tisiphone or Celio. I know what you crave. I saw it in the visions that you sent me again and again. I won't allow you. I will never allow you to become me." Cassia's fatigued voice quivered, but she was not about to yield in this battle. The Lord Captain... Persuasion. Urged the Lady Navigator to fight the monster to the bitter end. Success. The Lord Captain's words attracted not just Cassia's attention, but Tisiphone or Celio, finally noticing the presence of a living creature in that bizarre world, turned to face the interloper and plunged forward, seething with rage. When the entity's claws were millimeters from the rogue trader's throat, Cassia opened her navigator's eye, and a wave of unbridled warp energy obliterated Tisiphone's specter before she realized what was happening. The Lady Navigator graced the Lord Captain with a tired smile. The abortive ritual had turned out to be a trap set for Lady Cassia by the previous Novator of her house, but the rogue trader had ensured that her plan fell to ruin, and now it was time to desert that accursed place. I'll be switching to lower stream. Happy Heretics purging. See you, Zizonix. Decided says, I waited for so long for this game to come out after playing it with the big trade up. I had to put it away. Way too many fights. It got so annoying. Felt even worse than the Pathfinder games. I would like more fights. I am tearing through the fights, and I'm playing on hard difficulty. I wouldn't mind more. Cassia took the road trader's hand and guided him through the maroon mist and out of the painting. Their unconscious bodies were discovered in the Sanctum Navis 20 Terran days